Feel free. I felt free. That's how I would describe it. The speakers were kicking out this beefy, deep bass. What is this sound that so deeply penetrates my body? This music made me feel free. I felt free. That's how I would describe it. The speakers were kicking out this beat.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Hello, traders. Is this thing on? Welcome to the stream. It's Monday, and of course,
it's time for Power Hour.
Another day. Buyers defending the support. The support. It was March 18th. It's now May 22nd. No resolution. That's the word. And Ethereum was up a little bit more, outperforming today marginally. Big tech did well. Then you started seeing some consumer staples kind of were getting wrecked today. We'll look at those. But yeah, I mean, this is just, there's not much to really analyze. If I'm doing this almost every day, right? And the price doesn't move, there's not much more to say besides last night, towards the end of the stream, at the end of the stream, the sellers pushed the price down right to that level, 26,682. And then after that candle, a bullish engulfing candle, pushing the price back above the level and just nothing. 4, 8, 12, 16 hours or 15 hours now above the level, and that's it. Not much demand outside of buyers defending the support. Not enough demand to make a local high even, right? As you can see just above my head, we've got kind of like a scaled in chart of Bitcoin. I don't know, my chat box isn't working. So I don't know, I just drew a little supply line there so you can see it nice. And that's it. Ethereum, a little bit better performance. Not much better, but definitely a little better. I think just looking at this on the daily is probably gonna be the most relevant here. I mean, 4 hours just dead, man. I'm talking over a week now, 10 days, 11 days of just sideways. And yeah, above 1730, but below 2000. Those are the major levels. Below the heart line of the channel. I don't know, I plotted like maybe, you know, the impulse, and now we're trying to consolidate. It could be down sloping. Something was interesting about the MACD histogram, at least, which was a low, then a slightly lower low with lower levels of negative momentum. And earlier, I mean, Ethereum was up, I don't know, $5 more from where it was right now. It was going positive. So that was interesting. It was like the first level of positive Momo we've seen since April 19th. But yeah, welcome to sell in May, go away type situation for now. And if you don't sell in May and go away, if you stay in May, the price stays the same. All right. Yeah. So, I don't know what to tell you, man. Same price. I mean, crypto is crypto. Yeah. Some assets have rallied today a little bit. Sure. I mean, like, NEO was up 8%, ONT was up 5%, SNX up 4%. Yeah, a lot of just the scrubs, man. They're up 1-2% because Bitcoin's up 0.37%. All right, cool, great. Let's go to total, because that really is kind of the chart, you know. As last night you were pinged, if you're in the Discord, about the potential bearish breakdown that was occurring. You can see the flag right here, right? The demand line was breached. But it's not about the breakdown itself, right? It's about the breakdown and then the follow through that proceeded after, right? And so all that you're getting so far is kind of worse. How does it get worse than already how it is? I don't know. I guess the market participants go push the price to 1.095 trillion perfectly and then a pullback, and then that's it. What is that? I mean, look, I mean, good God, it's so bad. That's the high from February 19th and February 21st. Right there. Just perfectly tested. And then that's it, right? So now we're in this spot. Well, okay, the buyers defended the flag, the bear flag, but there's not enough demand and or too much supply to break another level, a peak from history, the inflection zone, right? Where you got swing highs and lows close together all around here, 1.09 to 1.1. I don't find solace in that, okay? We've discussed this, right? There's nothing certain about how awful this looks, and it could certainly it could not play out the way it's implying it's going to play out. It is implied that sellers have retaken momentum of this entire asset class right now with the lower high, from the highest high, then the lower high. It's all happening at a very strategic level, like a major resistance looking left after a 70% rally off the lowest lows. And now it's broken the neckline of this pattern, and then now it's just doing another bearish consolidation structure that's much smaller than the very large head and shoulders below the 200 moving average, and now just formally back testing another level as resistance perfectly. It's just, again, just like, nothing really changed in terms of yesterday to today. It's the only thing that hasn't happened yet is a massive markdown. That's it, like a big impulse candle down that begins and that sets the stage for more downside. And we know about targets, maybe 1.03 trillion, just to test the demand line there. Horizontally, you could look at like 1.02. Okay, that's kind of in line, right? You can see there's a couple peaks here. They might be tested as support. Just hasn't happened yet. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Me saying all this, just want people to understand that just means there's an elevated probability of downside. It does not mean it's certain that we're going down. And I know it's the same analysis from yesterday. What do you want me to do, man? Can't make these markets become liquid and non-trash again, okay? It's all grab that up in the trash. There he is, the man himself. It's Tom Crown. He's got his sunglasses on.
Tom
I
Crown
imagine.
$100. BRO Miami.
Bro, Miami indeed. Get your phone charger, okay? Or get one of those external chargers I had. Get 2 of them. Carry them around with you everywhere, make it a habit. But I'll tell you this, if you do get one, always remember, like I guess at the beginning too, it can give you a false sense of you having like, I don't put my wallet in my back pocket, I put it on my side. It's not really a wallet, it's like a smaller thing. Sometimes when I got that external charger, I would think that I had my wallet, but I didn't, and just had that. And so do it, fella. Thank you for the 100. Cheers, man. It was fun hanging out with him. Tom Crown, go check out his YouTube channel. He does similar stuff to me. He's got, he's got the market share for the Fed meetings. That's the place people congregate for Jerome Powell. So check him out, YouTube. He's on social media too. So cheers, man. Got to meet him and a bunch of other, good people down there that do kind of similar stuff to me, but different. They're like way more crypto centric, and I just look at the big ones, and if there's nothing really going on in these markets, we move to where there's actual like price action and where there's intriguing stuff going on. So here's your BNB. Nothing, just right, nothing. Like over and over and over every day, nothing's happening. Okay, cool. Let's go to XRP, up 1% today. Well, that little demand line, well, the old supply line becoming the demand line, they're trying to hold it. There's a bearish engulfing candle yesterday. Not much follow through yet, and there will not be follow through until Bitcoin picks a direction. The market participants pick the direction. And you can see above how undecided they are. Very unpredictable market right now. And, if it's really unpredictable and all that, all we can do is really go by maybe what's being implied. But of course, it can be implied and it can go the other way too. It could go up, but I'm just saying, I think it's more probable down. But how? How can that happen with just the stock market's just so powerful, man? No recession, chat. No declining revenues year over year on everything. None of that, right? Everything's good. Unemployment's low, right? I guess we're not, I guess we're safe. We're safe, chat, as the, today the S&P 500, it wasn't about the S&P 500 today as it was the NASDAQ and the Qs that just 52-week highs. Of course. You know it, man. Here's the S&P on the 3-day. It broke out the last 3-day candle on this one. You're just above it, hanging out. But, you know, the major levels you have not broken, which is like $4,200 to $4,300. You haven't even tested it yet. It's cool to see. I mean, like, the S&P broke the 200-day simple moving average, or the 203-day simple moving average. Yeah, inverse head and shoulders, some would say, sure. But I don't know if you could say that because the neckline's so weird, but... And I think there's just so much overwhelming resistance looking on the left. How could you say, oh, it's an inverse head and shoulders that broke out? And it's like, there's just so much here. It could easily reverse there. So maybe a little bit more upside. You haven't been above 60 for real. That's crazy. This is very interesting. I'm looking at the 3-day RSI. Right, you haven't been in this bullish control zone. Right, it's above 60 since all-time highs, since the top. So you still aren't. You're just doing exactly what you've been doing, getting close to it and then reversing, close to it, reversing. Maybe one day you'll break that. Wait, let's go to the Dow Jones, which is had a bad day today, and this is, I think, consumer staples played a role in that. I mean, how does the QQQ and the NASDAQ, how do they make 52-week highs and Dow Jones just down 0.42% today? That 3-day hidden bearish divergence is there. There was a bearish engulfing candle. It's the third peak. You're now below the, right, we just said the S&P 500 broke above its 3-day 200 moving average. Well, the Dow Jones broke below it and is now back testing and has resistance, even on this candle as well as last candle. Something's going on. It's big tech, man. You're just sitting at the support. It's like, it's almost over. It's a lot more, look, you can see the peaks and the valleys and then the peak right here from March of 2021. You're just sitting there, man. Hidden bearish divergence in the daily and 3-day, and just no resolution. Like, if this was to play out, massive markdown coming, but it hasn't happened yet. So, but I don't think you could be bullish at all until you're taking out the top of this structure that goes back to November of last year. Insane. All right, now I'll go to the NASDAQ. Here's your NASDAQ, 52-week highs. Highest daily candle close since August 18th, 2022. Nice back test, and then the rally off of it. And where you are right now, there's not any resistance. 13K. There's a gap fill at like 12,964. So there is more upside in terms of just like levels. Yeah, more upside, I guess. I mean, you're not even overbought. Look, you're sitting at 69 in the RSI. Positive Momo's at its highest level since April 4th. Just continuing on up. It's a pretty sight to behold, I would say. Yeah, you filled up. There was one unfilled gap from August of last year that you filled on Thursday, trying to breach it. So amazing, man. IWM was the best performer, and it's been like that. You know, thought maybe something bad was going on with it locally, and then some price action comes in, and then it's like, well, you know what? You got yourself a dragon. The dragon hasn't broken out yet. I mean, you broke the spine of the dragon, but you haven't broken the hump. And I can't trust the IWM until we're breaking 179.71. Then yeah, 188. But not yet. You're just so close on some of these. Really, if you look at the futures, you know how interesting it is. Here, let me show you here. Here's your quad screen of the futures. S&P 500, top left, Dow Jones futures, top right, bottom left, NASDAQ futures, and bottom right, Russell 2000 futures. Look at this. I mean, 1800. Look at, I mean, on the new day, just cannot stop it. It's trying to break out, at least from this peak from March of last year. I mean, this very well, one bottom, the second bottom, these two bottoms with this bottom, all of them are higher than this low. So, and talking about buyers defending an effing level, right? You know how important this is? Seems like maybe they made up their decision. There's a gap fill at 181. Can't stop him, man. Not in the bullish control zone yet. You have not been in the bullish control zone since like February. And that was like bullcrap. I mean, maybe like early February. You got overbought actually. So still the highest RSI since like Valentine's Day. So it's the dragon of sorts. Yeah. Let me show you those. Like this, yeah. Just crazy, man. Bullish engulfing candle yesterday, confirmed. Bullish divergence on the second low, yeah. Yeah, I just think, I mean, I've seen so many dragons, though, that start playing out, and they can never recapture that hump. They can't get prices. The buyers can't get the prices above that hump, and then just rolls over, and it's just like a scrub. But this is, the argument's becoming stronger and stronger. This will be hitting a 618. Very close. High to low, a 618, target 1885. That's always the first target for dragons using Fibonacci. Always second target is going to be the 786, which would be 1940. That'd be very interesting to see if that plays out. So where we are on the index funds. There's gold that it was down. And you're still not in any sort of actionable area. In fact, everything's implying a little bit more downside. It's so slow going, man. I don't know. I mean, buyer exhaustion at an 88% retrace, locally like 3 peaks. You broke this little flagstaff and you're sitting at 1963. It's summertime, man. Things are slow. Silver. Nothing, I mean, there's nothing actionable about silver right now. Just coming off of a really nice rally and still above $23. No edge. Let's go to platinum. Still above that level. Still above the support by the grace of God. 1050. Again, in my opinion, I think platinum's got the best argument for upside potential. And it's like I think you're of the three big precious metals. I mean, I think it seems like it has the best reward to risk too. I never want, even if gold was to go to all-time highs sooner rather than later, it's just not in my blood to want to be longing bearish shark patterns completed with really severe bearish divergence. It's just counterintuitive. This one isn't showing that at all. I mean, it's all about the monthly. And this one right here broke a supply line, broke above an ice line. It's back tested the ice line as support not once, but now working on twice. So I do like platinum for now until it falls below 1,032. But in actuality, I mean, this asset could go all the way down to like 950. As long as you're making a higher low than the low from February, 1, 2, 3, get classic accumulation. So I think there's like, even with more downside, if buyers were not able to defend this level, you could still be fine. Okay, your metals. Let me pull up this chat here. I haven't even looked. Sorry, we're just going, man. I don't know, Hello. What's up, Miss Teen Crypto? Hey. What's up, Brad? What's up, Scott Carney's in the chat. Hey, what's up, man? What's So we got Tom, we got Scott Carney, and we got Miss Teen Crypto. We got 3 technical influencers in this stream right now. Fantastic. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. That's awesome. What's up, Cactus? APV. What's up, Graffiti? An audio check. We okay on that too? Got these headphones on, so I don't really know. I hear someone speaking Spanish though. So let's look at take a look at Apple, the driver, the market's largest market cap stock in the world. That's just elevated. It got downgraded today by Loop Capital, which who's that? I don't know. They just exist, and they downgraded Apple based on, you know, future sales and some things that have been happening the past weeks about not as many orders and stuff. But let's just look at this, man. And I mean, like, I don't know what to tell you, because this asset, from its all-time high from January of 2022 to its absolute lowest low as of Friday, and I'm talking just touched it for the first time, 88% retrace, 88.6% retrace, 176.36. The high on Friday, 176.39. 3 pennies over that 88.6% retrace. And then you gap down today, but you're up 0.26% after hours, so who cares? You broke the wedge, but there's still like triple bearish divergence. It's so real. Are you gonna work on quadruple next? Probably. What a joke. They're not gonna let this thing, the game's rigged, man. They're not gonna let it dump, even though it's at the absolute prime area to dump. It's just not yet. May never dump, chat. We're just gonna go to $1 billion next. Forget it, man. No more doom and gloom. Everything's good. Okay. There will never be a market turmoil. There will never be a crash again. Money printer's going to go burr. Whatever. I guess that's how it is now. This is like, I mean, like, it's Apple, so bad idea, but best area to go short ever on an asset's when it's doing all these things. But it's Apple, so that's never going to happen, right? It's never going to dump again. Okay. Microsoft, 52-week highs. Google, 52-week highs. Here it is. Here's Microsoft. Exceeded the 78% retrace from the all-time high to the lowest low from November of last year. Broke resistance. Broke the high from January and April of last year. And is above the valleys from December 2021. He broke it. There's actually no resistance here until 338. Okay. Yeah, there was bearish divergence. Doesn't matter. It's rallying. It could probably turn into like triple bearish divergence when it gets to all-time highs, I guess. So, awesome, man. Broke out of the wedge. Broke out upward, right? Not down. Too bullish. Up 0.89% after hours, up 0.22%. We're in a bull market, man. It's a bull market, dude. Come on, man. Bull market. Money printer go burr. Let's go to Google. Google, right? I mean, it's performing very well. Engulfed today, broke above the 618, broke above the, well, pretty much closed at the top of the golden zone, right? The 618 from the all-time high to the lowest low from November. I remember that was the second target of the trade setup. You have a third target, a little bit, I mean, higher, much higher. I think that the 886 was 143. I think that we had that as the target. Yeah, 886 was the third target of the Google trade setup. So I don't know if it'll get there, but based on what's happening here, why not? Why not, man? But isn't it cool, you know, like TA being respected at least to some degree? Classic accumulation out of support after a year-long drawdown. Sorry, can't even hear myself talk. These are like noise-canceling headphones, so it's different. Okay, let's go to Amazon. Down 1% today. Up after hours a little bit, 0.13%. Piercing line, rally. Bearish engulfing candle on Friday. Follow through today. Okay, so it's like a very real bearish engulfing. There's a gap kind of like 113.86. There's another gap at 107. This one's just not near as good as the others, right? You clearly see Apple and Google and Microsoft are far superior to Amazon technically. And it's not even close, right? You got these ones that are making like major 886, 786 retraces. And then let's compare that to Amazon that hasn't even made a 38% retrace yet. If this was the Microsoft chart, Amazon would be right up here around 167. If this was the Apple chart, Amazon would be around 177. So just something about Amazon. You just think, one's like e-commerce versus, a lot of services, e-services. Okay, and then that's it. We just looked at the big four. Let's get Nvidia, because Nvidia has demanded that it's looked at with those. Look at this. It's a king, man. Stock of the year. Hit that 886, or got close enough to it on Thursday. It was down today marginally. It's up 0.4% after hours. Okay. Oh man. No asks. Earnings though. Earnings is coming up Wednesday. So, I think at this point, everyone thinks that this is where it's going to dump. This is what will happen. An asset will run leading up to earnings, and then that'll be the sell the news day, and then it'll dump. It'll finish. It'll be concluded. The rally, the wave. But and before it just. We're in a clown market, right? So what would a clown market do? Oh, it would just pump on earnings. Either way, it's a coin flip gamble, so there's just no point. You can go to the casino and get those odds. So there you go, man. We've gone kind of across the markets. You want to see some losers today. Foot Locker, decimated. Down 8.5%. Broke a key support too from 2017. Somewhere right there. October 2017, you're below it. It's not good, man. There's not much down there. Yeah, I see that. It's a peak from 2006. Wow. Holy crap. If this doesn't hold, Foot Locker could be seeing $18. Oh my God, this is such a real level. You see how many tests throughout history? Don't break it, man. You kind of did. So Micron, semiconductor company, they, all their chips were banned from communist China due to national security risks. And I'm impressed. I figured, oh God, this thing's going to get nuked when I heard the news. And it's like, no technical damage, not down, not even 3%, still broken out of this beautiful ascending triangle. So I think you're good until you fall below $60. Just all these higher lows keep coming in. Then what we can do is talking about like the Dow Jones looking so weak compared to the others. And we can look at these, there's 30 of them. 30 stocks on the Dow Jones Industrial, right? And with the highest weighted asset on the Dow Jones is UNH, United Health Group Incorporated. And you tell me, man, this is ugly. You had a nice uptrend and then the trend reversed. You're downtrending now, right? You're making consecutive lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Then you broke a very key level from 2021 and 2022. and then you formally back tested it as resistance, and you've rolled over some, and so there's like downside of like decent amount, 447 target from here. You can imagine if this continued to draw down after topping out.
As Harold Gartley states in his book, one of the most deceiving trend is the secondary trend of the primary trend, whether in an uptrend or a downtrend.
Oh, nice one, Marbob, yeah. And that's the one we're in, right? Last year set the stage for the bigger trend, and now we're in this lesser than trend. This is like a big attempted rally on the weekly, in my opinion, right? One time no knows, second time everyone knows. So these are starting to get towards those heated areas, 886 to 1414s. You know, and don't be surprised. I mean, some of these big tech names, they're performing so well that they could actually make higher highs. They could make all-time highs and then like a higher high double top on the weekly, monthly. 1272, 1414, even maybe a 1618. That'd be crazy. But yeah, that's true. Don't be deceived with what's been going on. But I mean, again, like not all of them, but some of them showed bottoming structures that it took hundreds of days to develop, and they're playing out. And it just happened to be a lot of tech connected stuff, even some gambling, leisure entertainment, even some cruise line companies. But yeah, here it is. All right, so the largest weighted asset on the Dow Jones Industrial does not look good at all. But yeah, I mean, it hasn't taken out the low from June of 2022 yet. Just a big M shape that reacted. Goldman Sachs, second largest weighted asset. I find no solace in this yet. I mean, right? I mean, the whole back test of that level as resistance, back below the 200-day moving average. You know, and everything's kind of taking a breather right now. The selling was so severe lately that, yeah, you're squeezing. We've got 20 minutes, so your daily close. Hit the like button, the bell, the sub if you're enjoying the stream. Thanks for being here. Why would I talk about that? That didn't happen. There was no attack on the Pentagon. It was AI generated. Nothing happened. Microsoft, third weighted asset. We've already looked at it. Just let you know. Exceeding a 786. Same performance. But then McDonald's, that's been foolproof. Well, kind of like seeing a big, this is a massive bearish engulfing candle today. This is the largest red candle we've seen in a long time. Largest red candle you've seen since January on McDonald's, after hitting all-time highs just recently and this month. No real like edge. It was killing it, man. It was doing amazing. Just pulling back today, hitting this heart line, and that's it. Just bring it to your attention. Doesn't happen too often. We see red candles like this on the golden arches. Fourth largest weighted asset on the Dow Jones. Fifth, Home Depot. Controversy here, right? You've had a blow off top, a major drawdown, a couple rallies, a couple attempted rallies that I think kind of confirmed it. Like, one time no knows, second time maybe everyone knows you're drawing down, but you haven't taken out the lows yet and resumed the downtrend that began, into 2021, and you're just flirting with the zone from August 2020, October 2020. But you're below the 200-day simple moving average. So yeah, I see like an M shape maybe, but I don't even think it's hit an 886 yet. But you just got to be like, eventually, man, like, why is this asset not going deeper? I don't know, man. I mean, it's like one low, two lows, now a third low, but only after putting in two lower highs. So very tough to say. Yeah, really tough to say, man, on this one. Visa. Man. Yeah, Visa's just up here, stalling out, bearish divergence. The same levels it was at in November 2021, February 2022. Same price it was at February of this year. You've been stuck here, man, for over a month. Just same price. Again, lots of mysteries on this one, too. Doesn't really look that strong currently, but a lot better than Home Depot, right? High to low. You're at that a 78% retrace. Okay. Amgen. Number 7. Yikes, man. Not really great in terms of like lately. Sitting at the support from October of last year. I think a stronger support resistance around 212. But yeah. I'm just looking at the Dow Jones. Okay, assets, like the individual assets. Wooden uptrend, right? Unstoppable. Unstoppable, but man, just think about like the monthly or something. You can go the weekly. Yeah, man, it's been such a good. Oh man, look at the weekly. It's like AMGN is below the 200-week simple moving average. That doesn't happen often. You put in a lower high here. Ooh, that's a dark cloud cover. I'm sure we could plot a beautiful trend too, like a big channel or something. Don't really mess with it. What would make the most sense here? That's beautiful. Oh my God, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? If that's the case, you're breaking the demand line. It broke the demand line like last week. Not this week, not 2 weeks ago, last week. Okay. Caterpillar. Another situation where it's like, well, the buyers tried again, right? They tried and they've just failed. But yeah, below the 200-day moving average, but in the middle of the inflection. Look, it's like just flip your coin on this one. 187 or 238 next, right? But it's like one high, then the second high on the weekly monthly. Then we continue. CRM, which moon, man. Like, look at this wedge. Unbelievable. Wow, it actually somehow was back inside the wedge. Doing what Apple did, right? This is insane. Look how close this is to the apex of the wedge. And look how you broke out on Thursday. On Friday, you fell back into the wedge. And then today, you back tested the supply line, upsloping supply line, as resistance to close. My God. Had an inflection point too.
Can you check out Mara? Thanks.
What's up, dude? Thousand Mountains, how you doing, man? I'd make the joke, but it's like whatever at this point. You know, making jokes and doing stuff. I don't even think it matters anymore. So thank you, dude. Let's go to BA. Boeing Company. Well, I mean, someone could look at that and be like, bull flag? Sure, I guess I get you on that. I understand why someone would say that. And it very well could play out that way. Really tough. I mean, I could easily see this breaking down too, though. So, but yeah, it kind of looks like a flag, doesn't it? Nice consolidation. HON, Honeywell, International, Aerospace. Well, this one's like a rising wedge, but of course, right? You break down, it doesn't matter. The buyers come in, rig market. And it's still there. Just maybe it'll hold below the, is it below or above the 200? I fell back below it on Friday. So overall, with all of these combined, it's like not looking good on the Dow Jones, but there's some on the Dow Jones that look okay-ish, you know? Here's TRV, another one in the Dow. Just been, look at this freaking trend, man. It's been going and going. All these higher lows, unstoppable, man. Hard to be like, oh, it's gonna reverse soon. How? I mean, the trend is so bullish still. I mean, what were the most two recent discernible events on the chart? The highest high ever, then the highest low ever. So this might not be one of them that would be taking down the Dow based on its trend, but we'll see. Maybe there might be a back test to 187 as resistance. Rejection before rolling over. Yeah, and hidden bearish divergence could develop too, but again, man, trying to buck this trend is crazy. It's been doing so well. And this is insurance. I've already looked at Apple. Johnson & Johnson did not look good. It's just been same effing price it was at April of 2020. Did you hear me? 3 years ago, Johnson & Johnson is at the price it's at now. 3 years. Below the 200-day moving average, lower highs getting put in, right? The highest high. Now all of a sudden you can see there's distribution going on, Johnson & Johnson, and it's rolling over and pretty weak here. Think about it. Remember, it's like these subtle things where subtle cues that, wow, there was just not enough demand for buyers to even push the price to the 200-day simple moving average before it rolled over again. Not good. Collision course with 154, 155 soon again to test it. What a run this has been on too. But something uncharacteristic of this asset is it's making a lower high on the daily. The last time you made like a lower high on the, I mean, you've made a couple, but eventually a pivot and then a higher high. Now you've made like consecutive lower highs. It's very uncharacteristic. CVX, which, we know all about this one, energy, right? Just rising wedge broke down, but I mean, still rivaling the March low, but lowest daily candle close. Wow, is this real life? Oh, very close. It's the second lowest daily candle close of the year of 2023. Yeah, just rivaling that March 17th low. Any lower, and it would have been the lowest daily close of the year for Chevron, which is, a market driver of the XLE, and the mega cap energy stock, right? So below the 200, hit a 1.618 fib extension and tested not once but twice. Incredible. And then lower highs, but not quite lower lows yet. So Procter & Gamble got crushed today at a 786 as a cipher. I know Scott Carney doesn't like ciphers, but either way, I mean, it was there, and then it was identified, and then dang, man, just wrecked. Filled a gap from April, and it's heading on down to this 145, 146 level, major level. You better hold. If you don't, there's a lot of downside. So we'll see. American Express up 1.6%. Oh, lots of higher lows here. A lot of accumulation coming in, and locally, look at this low to this low. Maybe some bullish divergence. I like all the higher lows lately, but still below the 200-day moving average and still below a nice line from 2021. So remember, it topped out March of last year, and the only attempt so far to rival that was in February. It's been number go down ever since.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Futures continuing to just, auto pump. Because what's the point, man? No more, right? Raging bull market. Nothing you can do about it. We will moon. There is no crisis. Don't worry about banks. Don't worry about deposits flooding out. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about all the yield curve conversions. Don't worry about the border. Don't worry about TikTok. Don't worry about anything, man. We're good. It's a number go up forever. All right, cool. Don't worry about the classic distribution on the Dow Jones, right? 3 falling peaks. Hidden bearish divergence on the daily and 3-day. Oh, it doesn't matter, right? It's not going to matter. Rig market. Okay, so just saying that. These are like really key levels. I try to plot them, keep them pretty clean here for you. 13,900 is a big one on the NASDAQ futures. 4220 is a big one on the S&P futures. 1803 is a big one on, I mean, it's like 1803 to like 1815 on the Russell 2000 futures. Look, they're all at them. They haven't broken them. They're just right at them. I mean, the Dow Jones miserably failed. And after miserably failing, putting in lower highs constantly, just unstoppable. I don't know. Keeps putting in local lower highs, but never resolves with a drawdown. It's just crazy, man. You can see the classic distribution over and over and over. 886s every time. Double tops every peak. Third time, it's time, right? Nope, not going to happen. Even though that it is implied that coming to a conclusion that it would be more probable of downside next on the Dow Jones than up. But okay, call me when it actually happens, dude. Otherwise, okay, great. Just go to Walmart, next up on the Dow Jones Industrial. And it's beautiful. I mean, it literally is unbelievable. It's so perfect. Like a zone, I'm thinking about Walmart. Same price, it was at September 2020. All right, so it comes up to this level not once, but twice. Completes a bearish shark pattern. Look at that, man. The liquidity grabs, stop loss hunting before really rolling over some. Lowest daily candle close on Walmart since April 14th. And you'd think, right, of course, God forbid, I think that there'd be a lot of downside potential on an asset that just confirms, one time and then two times and a bunch of times really locally lately for the whole month of May, failing to break this resistance. You'd think there'd be a lot of downside potential looking at historical price action between 133 and 153. But hey, man, I'm not acting like I know. We're just identifying structural developments. And we're also identifying inflection points. And a lot of these assets failing to break these inflection points, but okay. Too much demand to ever catch movement. My God. JP Morgan. All I see is like these lower highs. Look at today, down 0.83%. Doesn't matter though, right? The 141, all right? You gapped up today. Tested it, rolled over, but in before new highs, right? Just still a valid up thrust back test until tomorrow they just break the level and then they break the high from 144. Still below the major inflection point, and that's it. Rejected it again today, but just wait for the gap up tomorrow or some stupid crap. It was clown market. IBM was interesting. Very interesting chart here, okay? Really liking this bat pattern. Maybe a type 2 here. And definite bullish divergence on the RSI. It's kind of a gorgeous looking little setup. Better than any other one I've seen on the Dow Jones. Just gotta wonder, will it play out though? MRK, Merck and Company. Just unstoppable, man, right? What recession? What bear market? What? No, money printer go burr, everything go up. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Severe bearish divergence on the RSI. And fib extension territory, right? Price discovery land. Let's go to the weekly here. Oh my God, like the weekly bearish divergence. Look at how bad that is. Like so real. Okay, I guess it's implied that there's buyers are exhausted on a weekly time scale on the oscillators, but all I can do is tell you what's developed. Doesn't mean the price is going to actually follow reality. Just keep on going, man. Look how far away the price is from the 200 weeks of moving average now. I mean, this is what assets look like before they have, reversals, at least just to sell off, retrace, and make higher lows and run again. Nike double topped, broke the neckline, getting hit hard below this 200-week moving average as well. Wow, nasty. Look at these last 3 weeks. That is disgusting. A lot of selling coming in. Wow, what a almost a bearish Mauer Bazoo. Lowest daily candle close on Nike since December 20. Okay, lowest daily candle close on Nike of the year. Below the 200-day moving average as well. Oversold now. Nasty. Highest level of negative momentum Nike's seen on the RSI since October. Pretty ugly, man. 3M up 2.7%. Figure we'd be going lower, but not yet. Bullish and golden candle. I guess bullish divergence now. All right. And before rally, lower high, maybe rejects the 200-day moving average again, then rolls over later. And then, you know, it's just so this market is. Disney up 0.5%. Buyers holding on to $90. They're trying, man. Good God, they're trying. Another round of layoffs too announced today, just a few hours ago. Lots of layoffs. I mean, you got what, over 150,000 layoffs this year alone already. I think there were over 100,000 last year. There are tons of jobs, people getting laid off from work, and it just keeps happening, and it's not stopping. Tomorrow there'll be another announcement. And then we're talking about crypto with the war on exchanges and some of the people being like, no, that's not. And then Hotbit, 5 million users, they're done. Another exchange is gone and never coming back. And don't worry, it's not the last. Just like this is not the last company that will be laying off people. It's next. I mean, I'm saying probably tomorrow, the next day, you'll hear more layoffs from a major corporation. And you know, $90 below that is nothing till like $78. Very bearish trend. Very, very bearish trend. And nothing's really in place. It's kind of like the freaking IWM where only lower highs, same highs. Just buyers keep hanging around. They've got the limit order set up, these bots, man. They're just not letting these supports break. And they're actually defending them over and over and over again. Context sucks, so they keep making lower highs after. Coca-Cola down, got wrecked, man. Yep, fell below this old supply line. Pretty brutal drawdowns on some of these bigger blue chips today, man. Cisco, we're almost done. What do you mean? You want me to look at like Maker? You want me to look at Tron? You want me to look at these loser S coins that have never done anything for anyone except make people money speculating on them when they had liquidity, when they actually had a market maker and there was enough upside for someone to make money? They don't do anything anymore. They don't move. They're done. It's awful. For now. And when that changes, fine, we'll talk. It's just awful right now. Here it is. Cisco, 49.45 is a big level, major level, right? It's like $50, $49 to $50, you know? And you're below that right now. I'm still trying to hang on to $46. So it's only higher highs, higher lows. I mean, this has been uptrending very well. I mean, yeah, you had a drawdown, but dude, look at this demand line going all the way back to 2009. Oh, I'm sorry, 2011. 2011, that was the last time we had some sort of major debt ceiling crisis like we're seeing now. That was this drawdown, I believe. Yeah, just around here, man. So, pretty strong up here, just elevated and no edge. Let's go to Verizon. Real ugly, man. Real ugly here. Anything below 37.50, you're done, right? I mean, I think if you were looking at it like this, the moment it fell below $38, you were out, right? I haven't looked at the Verizon chart in a long time. But look, I mean, this reminds me of like Neo, the S coin, before it crashed. It's like there's such lack of demand on the asset that it's like head and shouldering as a continuation. Let's look left. Let's go to wow, it's such a real level. All right, so Verizon's sitting at this swing low from August of 2000. Imagine owning Verizon in 1997, and then a lot of your whole life goes by, and you still own Verizon. It's the same price it was when you bought it in 1997, and it's below like a major level. So Okay, this is one of the the lowest weighted assets on the Dow Jones Industrial. So let's go to Walgreens. Pretty ugly, man. Wow, look what it did today. All right, Walgreens today, not yesterday, not a week ago. Walgreens today made its lowest price since July of 2012. That happened today, man. And then, of course, it's clown market. So, it's drawing down, it's going to collapse, it's capitulating, and the scam rally with the bots, right? They push, intraday. All right, you opened at 31.20, whatever, and then it draws down 30 or 3.33%, and then a rally, and then it closes literally where it opened, and it's like, okay, cool. Intel, pretty strong looking. Actually like Intel. I love how it bottomed out. Now it's trying to put in like a local double bottom, maybe back above the 200-day moving average. Just got to break back above 31.37. This is an active trade setup that only hit one, maybe two of the targets of the trade setup. Did not fully finish with a third target. So we'll see. I'm trying to remember here. All right, we have a new daily candle just as I'm finishing. This is the last stock on the Dow Jones. Let's see here. It's two of the. Oh, it was so close. That's why I couldn't remember, because it hit almost at the second before failing, right? Almost it. It was just like, okay, triple bottom. That's it, man. The buyers for the third time defended this level. All right, because that's the case, let's just set the stop loss below that pivot point and let it ride, right? And then it's like, okay, one, and then almost two. But I'm optimistic because of the way the price kind of looks right now. Maybe we would see the second and third. Reasonable targets, right? That's not crazy.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Did I do Jesus chimes? I think I did. I don't know at this point. Let's go to Bitcoin. So that's the first time I've ever looked at all the assets that make up the Dow Jones Industrial. Changing it up. I mean, the change up's not going to do anything, but maybe that was fun for people that really care about TA stuff. I don't know. Stocks. Double Jesus chimes, yo. Double Jesus chimes. Oh. Yeah, Eddie, thanks for joining the Patreon, man. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you, man. Here's your Jesus chimes. Triple Jesus chimes now, right? And if you're in here and you haven't joined the Discord yet, you should. You should join the Discord. You want. Buyers defended the sport. Cool. We're never going to catch resolution, I guess. I guess today, if I say that, right, we're never going to catch resolution, I guess we're probably about to catch resolution. Right around the time where I start getting unhinged on stream, in terms of just like, when the F will something play out or not, it normally happens. But if I know that that's the case, maybe it won't happen, right? I don't know. So I know where I'm at on unhinged levels of price action, not doing anything forever now. Look, man, you're still above support. So just because it looks so weak here doesn't mean it can't. I mean, the buyers, the last thing they did was defend the support. So it could rally, man. The probability, if these index funds just keep going, man, right? Robot market, okay, clown market, so detached from reality. It's insane. If they keep going, then it's probably really good for Bitcoin. Just go to total. I mean, just again, right? Nothing I can say about this besides it's there. Bear flag's there. You're below support resistance right now. But of course, there's no resolution. There may not be enough market participants to push the price down any further. Maybe it's over. Maybe that's how it is. We're just at this fixed price market where whoever is out there, the composite man, owns both sides. Can keep this thing sideways forever. I think we had a request, maybe 1,000 Mountains. Yeah, Mara, still got it. Beautiful trend so far. Buyers defending $8.86. Sorry, what? Chop City, man. I mean, Mara's at the same price as that April 21st. Up, down, up, down. But hey, all these levels, all these valleys are all higher than the previous ones, so that's good, I guess. Above $8.86, you'd think eventually there could be massive upside. Look, straight down, straight up and down. There's no in between really. And you're above that level. So that's really good. That's incredible. I mean, having a stop loss below these lows, right? 845 and let it ride. So if you're asking me about like what's going on with Mara, higher highs, higher lows since it bottomed out in December, above the 200-day moving average, and is now for the third time. Buyers have defended the inflection point that goes all the way back to June of 2017, and that's it. But stuck sideways for an entire month. So, well, yeah, great here. Just win bids, my God, man. Win anything on anything, dude. Besides big tech, win resolution. All right, well, that's about it, man. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry. All right, I'm gone. Thanks for watching, Tom. Thanks for the 100. For sure, just pay me back for sushi and Uber and all that. 1,000 Mountains and Marbob, thank you for the contributions to the stream. Lay it up.